This is a recent eBay failure. Yeah, that's eBay. Sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. I paid €20 for this contraption, thinking it was going to be a variac of some sort. Well, it turns out it is an auto transformer, most likely, because it doesn't turn. It's just a rotary switch. And this whole device, I don't know what the hell is going on with this. It's the screws are all loose. If I rattle on it, it's all falling apart. It's just a box like this. The best part is when you plug this in. Now, this is important, I am plugged into the isolation transformer, so this might catch fire, but at least it's not going to electrocute me. If we turn it on, now note it has the 0 down there, yet the on position is where it says 0. Well, right now it's actually silent. Hear that? I hope you were able to hear that, because the sounds that this thing is making are just absolutely crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out these screws, and we're going to take a look inside and see what the hell is going on in there. I took out the 3 remaining nuts on the back. Those were totally loose. Did not require any tools to take them out. I was then able to pull off the back panel as well as the frame that's surrounding everything, and that is somewhat bent in certain places. There is this output jack which, I don't know what the hell kind of a thing this is, but that really doesn't look like a standard outlet. Might be from a foreign country. Here is the inside, and yes, this does very much look like an auto transformer. And we have 110, 220 volts input that you can select. And we have this, which really doesn't seem to be original, this screw terminal. That's wired to the switch, so I guess somebody once messed around with a switch. This is the selector, the big rotary switch. And as we turn this on, yes, this is hideously noisy, but it turns out that it's not arcing or anything. All it is are the loose screws. If you don't screw the core of the transformer together properly, it's going to be very noisy. If I hold this, it's silent for the most part. So I guess if I really tighten down these nuts, this should be silent again. I now have a voltmeter hooked up to the device. It seems like the built-in meter is fairly accurate. Of course, the problem that this device has is that back when it was built, the mains voltage here in Germany was still 220 volts. Now it's 230 volts. So this meter is actually not enough. The range is not wide enough. As we take a look at the digital multimeter right here, I'm now in the lowest position. We're at about 210 volts. And I can turn this up step by step. That's the 230 volts in position number 6. Here we have 250. That's position number 9. And then in position number 15, the maximum output is about 290 volts, which is too much for this built-in meter to display. This is really getting quite noisy again. Each one of the 4 screws comes through the front, then goes through this piece of aluminum tube, which is there as a spacer, then goes through the core of the transformer, and then it extends out to hold the back panel into place. I now have the 4 screws tightened down as much as I could. I really put these nuts on very tight, and I secured them in place with another set. So this should now be a whole lot more silent. I now have my big 300 watt test light bulb connected to the auto transformer. The first difference, after tightening down the screws, this thing is actually silent. In fact, my isolation transformer has a louder hum to it than this. So I now want to ramp up the output voltage. I'm not sure how well this camera is going to capture the increase in brightness, but we're just going to try. That's the maximum. You can also see how the output current provided by the isolation transformer is changing as I increase the voltage. So I could now go ahead and replace the shabby old wiring, install an input jack as well as a proper output jack, and install a new voltmeter with a wider range. But I guess I'll just keep on searching for a proper variac. So, thank you for watching.